Let's go back to when you said you got sentenced by Kent Ellis. Sentenced to 16 years. Can you say what the charge was?
I had 2 aggravated robberies with a deadly weapon and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Okay. How old were you at the
I
time?
was 17 years old. My first offer was 66 years.
It's crazy.
It was 66 years. I beat 2 aggravated robberies in jury trial.
Mm.
At the end, I signed a PSI, a pre-screen investigation. I didn't have no co-defendants on my case. I went up to the judge. I said, I did these cases, and man, give me something I can do. And I'm not signing nothing older than me because their last offer was 30 years. I'm not signing that. I'm only 17 years old. And he gave me 16, a year under me.
For sure.
And believe it or not, that's the same judge that sentenced SPM.
It is, actually, yeah.
It is, Mark Ken Ellis.
Yeah, that's the same judge that sentenced me before, too. So when you said that, I was like, damn. That's what's up. Well, it's not what's up, but, you know, it's your life. So by the time you made it to prison, you was 18?
Yes.
Okay. What was it like going through your mind, knowing that you was going to have to embark on this journey?
So look, honestly, like going in the prison system, I didn't know what the fuck to expect. I'm not going to sit here and cap with you and be like, oh, I was super stomped down. Man, when I first went into prison, I didn't know nothing. Nobody laced me up about this all the time we could get. When they sentenced me, I cried behind that shit. That shit hurt. Going into prison, I had a lot of anger in me. I didn't know what to expect. But I had a couple people try to lace me up, give me free game on what to expect. And it's just like, what helped me in the prison system, I could say, was the streets. I ain't never just been no dumb cat. I already knew the streets, and truth is, I'm a man before anything. I was a man before anything. I'm not going to listen to nobody. What caught me off guard was the prison politics going in.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay. What was going on in your life leading up to that to put you in that position to where you got sentenced?
So, when I was 7 years old, I seen my mom overdose on cocaine in front of me.
Yeah.
I didn't have a father figure in my life. My dad was a crackhead on the streets. I was raised by my grandma and my uncle. Growing up in the southeast side of Houston, we become a product of our environment. We grow up in broken homes, and they want to label us criminals. Truth is, we never committed a crime we didn't have to do. We're victims of circumstance. And just being in the environment, it's like the old saying, monkey see, monkey do. You're just imitating and reflecting everything that's around you. So we think, man, this is okay to make money. This is how you do things. And I'm not going to sit here and cap. I might have been a follower because this is what the game that was told to me. And you could say that, like, my family wasn't wealthy. We didn't have money. They're Mexican. They work. My uncle tried to provide for me and my brothers. And I was in the streets. I was trying to make a bag. I wanted them nice Jordans. I wanted a slab. I wanted all the fancy things that I seen in the hood, everybody else doing. How y'all doing it, man? Shit. We selling drugs, we robbing, we kicking doors, we pimping hoes. And I'm like, shit, I want that too. How can I do it? And I think that was my downfall. So there was nothing just leading up to it. I always been a go-getter. I always been a hustler. I made sure I had money. I made sure I had food at a young age. I think it was just, and it was time. God had a calling like, hey, we need to sit you down before you die, because people don't know you either have 2 options in the hood. You either die or go to prison. And I'm one of the few that was saved. I was saved by the system. I could say that me going to prison was my biggest blessing.
I hear a lot of people say that. If you take it as that, it can be that.
Yeah, you have to turn negative to a positive. Most people always dwell on the negative, and that's why I said about excuses. They use it as a crutch. People always want to look at the negative perspective of life and cry and bicker on why they don't got this, why they don't got that. They want to look at the bad, but man, look at the good that came out of it. Look at the good. And it's all the way you see things. Some people only see a square in life. You got to see geometrically. You have to see the cube.
Nah, real. Of all, of all those things that you experienced coming up before going to prison, do you ever feel like even now to this day you carry trauma from those days?
I don't carry trauma.
You feel like you healed from that?
It was never trauma. It was just excuses. It was a way of thinking. I don't carry trauma from none of my past. I accept it. I embrace it. It's my story. I love it. I love it. I think it makes me stronger because where you have other individuals that were privileged, I could say I know struggle. They might have been born with money. Take everything away from them and watch them fail. And guess what? Take everything away from me right now and watch me come up. I already been at the bottom.
Yeah, for
I had
real.
to live off soups, 25-cent soups. I had to sleep in abandoned houses. I understand struggle, so I embrace it. I love it. And it's my testimony. I'm not going to be ashamed of it. I'm not going to be like, oh, I didn't have my mom. No, everything happened in God's timing because He wanted me to experience that to be stronger for the battles that I have to face. If they put Moses in jail, they crucified Christ, and they went through all this adversity. Why am I going to cry and bicker? If they went through it, of course I'm going to do it. And I believe that I'm blessed by God and I'm walking His path, and everything I do is for His purpose. Even when I don't realize it, it's always for His purpose. Even me being on this podcast, because maybe my voice and my message maybe could impact one life. And if it impacts that one life and it changes that young man's life or young woman's life, I did my due diligence for God.
Real shit. Definitely.